The VBA itself, we help to ensure that Victorians feel safe and secure in the buildings that they occupy in both living and working. We aim to achieve this by governing the performance of building practitioners, and we aim to achieve this by ensuring that only competent practitioners are registered in the first instance, by ensuring that the work of those practitioners is competently undertaken, and through this creating confidence in consumers that what they seek to be built will be built and survive its design intent for its useful life. The VBA previously, under its former roles with the Building Commission and Plumbing Industry Commission, reported directly to the Minister via the Commissioners. The VBA is now led by a board, and the board has set for the vision for the VBA to achieve the VBA as a trusted regulator, to ensure that the industry, both building and plumbing, is respected and that consumers who are engaging from the community are informed. We believe that if we achieve these three visions, or these three aspects to the vision, that certainty of a far greater outcome can be achieved and we can all contribute to continuous improvement. The National Construction Code, the Australian standards and the technical guidance that the VBA provides are all important attributes to achieving this vision. And I trust that the next few hours for yourselves will be informative, and at the very least will give you insights as to what you need to follow up after you leave this session, and more importantly understand where it is you go for that information. And with the introduction of the NCC being free this year, and I'm sure Peter later this afternoon will give you further details if you haven't already registered and gained access to the NCC for free, of where you can do so, because there really is no excuse now why any practitioner or any member of the community isn't informed of the requirements of the National Construction Code. So with that, I'll leave the stage. I'll invite Peter Zagorski, Senior Tech Advisor, Team Leader with the Tech and Reg Division, who will entertain you for the next couple of hours. Unfortunately, I need to leave for a short period of time now until the end of the session, but I'd be pleased to answer any questions you might have particular to the VBA. Or more importantly, Peter and the team will record any questions that you have during the session, and I'll endeavour to respond to those when I return in about 2 hours' time. So before I hand over to Peter, are there any questions? Yes? No? Very good. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Peter. Welcome.
Thanks, Jared. Well, Jared's already told you who I am. A team leader for the Tech and Reg, so I don't need to go through that, but my name's on the slide. And after this, no doubt, if you have any questions, you'll be able to contact me at the VBA going through. First of all, I'd like to say, acknowledge the ABCB, because they've provided the slides that we're going to be talking to today. Without their information, we wouldn't be able to provide seminars like this. So thanks to the ABCB. Today's seminar is going to be broken down into 3 sessions. One will be about the ABCB and the reforms that the ABCB are doing. Session 2 will be about the changes to the National Construction Code. And Session 3 will just be some minor Victorian things that we're doing. So first of all, the ABCB component. That again will be broken into 3 parts. First part is the reform overview. Second part will be performance perspective. And the third part will be the application of performance. And this is an interesting way that the ABCB are getting us to look at the performance measures of the NCC. So first of all, the performance overview. Why should we reform? In 2012, a report was undertaken by the Centre of International Economics and found that by increasing the use of performance, greater economic benefits could be achieved in the building industry. Part of the ABCB's reform package is reviewing how performance of the BCA is being undertaken and used by industry. An important component of the ABCB's reform package is to encourage the increased use of performance, and this will be highlighted later when we discuss the performance perspective and the application of performance. Part of the ABCB's reform package is also to provide a free online NCC. This became available on the 1st of February, and if you want to get it free, you must register with the Australian Building Codes Board. You will get online, register, they will then send you an email link to say that yes, you've been accepted. The ABC no longer provides hard copies of the NCC. If you do wish to get a hard copy, you have to get that through a third party, and they do have a list of those parties on their website where you can purchase them. Another area of reform is within the ABCBs to help reduce costs, increase time savings and productivity benefits is the change to the amendment cycle to the NCC. This will extend from the current cycle, which is every 12 months, and the last one being 2016, to a 3-year cycle. So then the next major change will be 2019. We understand that if there's possibly some policy changes or whatever that may need to be done within that time, the board would have to consider what those changes were to introduce those within the 3-year cycle. In response to feedback from users, the ABCB is implementing a review of their usability of the NCC to determine what is needed to simplify its use. Make it more interactive, make it more friendly, provide more diagrams, some cross-referencing, put it in plain English, which would help a lot of us building surveyors, and maybe looking at various electronic applications for the use of the NCC. So the ABCB is, while you're going through the PDF document that they've got on their website now, they are interested in any feedback you may have in regard to that, and please, they want you to send it into their web address and provide them with whatever feedback you think is required. A further component of the reform agenda involves enhanced education and training of users of the NCC, which was a key outcome in the 2013 survey of users. The ABCB has developed a number of education and training packages, and they are committed to providing additional information to training providers to increase awareness and understanding of the NCC. The ABC has developed a number of tools and calculators to assist practitioners with meeting the requirements of the National Construction Code. These tools and calculators include the glazing calculator, lighting calculators, climate zone maps and the like, and further information on those current tools are available on their website. Following a high interest for online media styled information, the ABCB has released a series of YouTube clips which have recently been released to improve the awareness and information dissemination for industry and stakeholders. So we have clips like minimising condensation in buildings, how to use the glazing calculators for volume 1 and 2, how to use the lighting calculator for volume 1 and 2, NCC a performance-based code, and NCC structural reliability verification method. The ABCB has also developed a series of non-regulatory solutions relating to building matters. Non-mandatory handbooks are aimed at providing industry practitioners with information and guidance on specific topics considered to be supplementary to the NCC. For example, construction in flood areas, construction in design, building design, and construction in community bushfire refugees, to name a few. The handbooks are available free of charge and can be downloaded from the ABCB website.